Namaste. Good morning, everyone. Well, I was looking at my videos, the comments, and I had one this morning that was extremely rude and crude. And so I didn't distinguish it, didn't put it online. But after sitting here for a while and looking at it, I'm going to answer this person's retort. Now, this is not something 50 years ago that any man would say to a woman, okay? It's rude, it's crude, and it just points to what's wrong with this society. And his answer is in his retort. He said, quote unquote, "Why do you hate penis?" Can you imagine in the 50s some man walking up to a woman and saying, "Why do you hate penis?" Okay. Men have no respect for women. And so you should want that in your life. Why? They're not men any longer. 90% of the male population are not men. I'm sorry. They're childish. They have no values. You look at what we have as AKA president. You look at Weinstein. You look at all these men of quote-unquote power, and what's their power? That they've used and abused women, they've had no respect for them. They've used them for their own lust. You look at Bill O'Reilly, and what happens? Oh, God, I'm so mad at God. Really? Because you couldn't keep it in your pants? Because you used and abused women for so long? And then when you finally get called out on it, now you're the poor, hurt victim? What about my children? What about your children? If you were the man you were supposed to be, this would have never happened. Okay? And this is what's wrong with society. We don't have families anymore. We have a bunch of whiny, egotistical, run by their penis men around the planet that don't want to accept responsibility. They don't want to have integrity. They don't want to be men. They want to be run, and they go, well, it's different being a man. We have testosterone. Really? This is what's wrong with every society. This is what's wrong with the Muslim society. That you have men that abuse women. They make these women wear the burqas. They have to cover from head to toe. Why? Because the men can't keep it in their pants. And then when something happens and the man rapes the woman, or he cajoles and connives her into having sex, she gets pregnant, he takes off and leaves her with all the responsibility. And then they blame the woman. Okay? This has got to stop. Why do I hate penis? It's not penis I hate. Okay? I hate that men are no longer men. Okay? I'm just going to say it right out. Men are no longer men, and also women are no longer women because they are putting up with this. They're not standing up. Again, first values on this path are honesty, integrity, transparency. If something happens, stand up and call it out. Don't allow these things in your life. Don't cower under these types of pressures. Really, is having a career worth losing your integrity? Because it never goes away. Okay? People need to start turning things around and having values again, rather than this egotistical, I'm out for one person and one person alone, me. I'm going to do what feels good for me in this moment and screw the rest of you. Okay? Yeah, this is a tough video this morning. Okay? But really, this society is going right down the tubes. And it needs to get turned around. We need to start getting back to a gentler time where men were men and women were women. This does not mean that women cannot work, cannot be in a work environment, but men have to respect them. Until men learn to respect women, really, do you think that women should be then respecting you in turn and want anything to do with your craziness? Okay? I have absolutely nothing against men that are men, that have integrity, have value, that know how to treat a woman like a lady, know how to treat a woman in a correct way, but they don't. When you have bullies running around that have not grown up, not willing to accept any type of responsibility, then I'm sorry, I want nothing to do with them. Okay, does that answer your question? I'm a woman, I'm a lady, okay? If I found a man that was genuine, values, integrity, I'd be very happy. But you don't find that. Very few and far between to find anything like that. Okay. Again, what we have held up as virtuous, we have people like Trump, who's absolutely said he goes out and he abuses women, and he gets away with it because he's got money. And that's power. Okay? You have Melania, that's a fool that stays with him. Why? Because of money, power, position. Is it really worth selling your soul for? I'm sorry, there's no amount of money that's worth that, to lose your integrity. Okay? I happen to value integrity and honesty. Okay? We need to really, unfortunately, society started to fall when families fell apart. When men started abdicating and leaving families because they wanted to chase something else and didn't keep up with their responsibilities. When women have to go out and work, okay, and try to maintain a household, they're not given enough money to sustain themselves in their household, and they're having to try to raise children with values. Okay? Why is it when a man is there and he's raising the children by himself, everybody goes, oh, look at how that poor guy. Look at, men make more money than women do. So why is he the poor guy that has to step up and have the responsibility of watching children? You don't say that poor woman. Okay? Really, people, stop. Look at society. Look at the breakdown of society, that we no longer have families that have enough time, taking enough time to raise children. You're not raising children anymore. You're leaving them to their own devices. They run the streets. They make gangs. They're watching, playing video games that are all about hate, all about violence. And then we wonder what's happening to society. We've got employers that don't want to give a living wage so people can stay home and take care of the children if they have a family. Even when you have a husband and a wife, many times it takes them both out working to even sustain their living arrangements. Okay? We need to learn how to live with less, with money we can manage. Okay? But we also need to have employers, this is like from the bottom up, we need to have employers that are willing to be loyal to their employees. At one time, they were. When a man started a company and they worked there 60 years and they retired from that company, not any longer. Now, employers could care less about their employees. All they care about is the bottom line and making money. So again, this idea that, we're going to give these big tax breaks to these companies and people's wages are going to go up. Since when has that ever happened? Most of these companies, these men are extremely wealthy. And what happens? Have they, with all the wealth they have, how many increases are they giving in salaries? They're not. They're so greedy that whatever they have is not enough. You have Trump. Let's take him for example. A lot of money. Claims to be a billionaire. Yet what does he do? He'll hire lawyers. He'll pay them pennies on the dollar. He'll refuse to pay them after. He'll bring in guest workers because he can get rid of them very quickly. Okay? He's known for suing. Tell people, sue me. Not paying his bills. Is it because he hasn't had enough tax breaks in life? No. It's because he doesn't give a rat's ass about anyone but himself. He's a psychopath. And I hate to say it, but there are too many more psychopaths in the world than people know. It's a disease that's taking place. Why? Because they haven't been raised with values. They haven't been raised with integrity. They haven't been raised with responsibility and understanding that you have to take care of your fellow man. Okay? So this is why I speak out against errant, so-called, quote-unquote, gurus as well. No genuine guru, I'm going to repeat this again, sells courses for a ton of money. Do you see me even having clicks on my videos where I'm making money? I have never sold a course. I would never do that. Spirituality, you are there to try to uplift humanity. You give what you can give. And then if the people understand what you're giving, they give back out of their own heart, out of their own conscience, out of their own understanding of what they're getting. But you don't sit there and charge big money, dress up all the time, and say you're a god, and really abuse the women behind the scenes like he was doing, and then deny it. Okay. Again, lie, deny, and bullshit. Trump, Nityananda, one and the same. Lie, deny, bullshit. Okay. All of these guys, Weinstein, Bill O'Reilly, what was his name, the black actor, that Bill Cosby, lie, deny, bullshit. No integrity. They don't stand up for what they have done. They want to put the blame elsewhere. Look over there. Don't look here. Look over there. Look at, you know. No. Again, society is going right down the tubes. And things need to be changed from the bottom up. People need to spend time with their children and raise them in a correct manner with values and integrity and understanding. Okay? And in order to do that, we need to have, from the top down, employers that are willing to pay a living wage and understand how important it is that children can be raised correctly. By what? Two adults that are there to teach them the values and what they need to live life and how to have values in life. You know, it used to be, before we became really industrialized, everybody in the family had to work to survive. The children had to work alongside the parents to put food on the table to survive. Think about it. Think about it. And you had much better values back then than you do today. Okay? Life was hard. And people appreciated more what they had because they had so little. They were appreciative of what was there. Okay? We need to have more appreciation for what we have. We need to stop thinking we can buy everything. Again, you can't buy integrity. And when you've lost integrity, I'm sorry, Bill O'Reilly, you know, 32 million, you don't pay out 32 million when you've done nothing wrong. It's ridiculous. Okay? And then cry about it. When you get caught. Why do I hate penis? Not that I hate penis. I hate what it's attached to. Okay? I hate what penis is attached to. That type of mentality that goes along with it. If you can say that, that's the type of mentality. What are you running in? What type of mentality are you running in? Okay? Men need to stop thinking with their freaking penises and grow up. Okay? And women need to stop accepting that and have some values of their own and have some integrity and say, if you can't be a man, if you can't have integrity, if you can't be responsible, then I want nothing to do with it. Keep your integrity. Don't throw it away. Okay? So this goes for both sides. Okay? Women have thrown away their integrity as well. Just to jump into bed to have some man tell them they're pretty or whatever because they have low self-esteem. You need to, again, get some self-esteem. Again, live with honesty, integrity, transparency. Don't throw yourself away. Don't become a garbage receptacle for some man's sperm just to be told you're pretty. And then he dumps you and treats you like shit. Really. So yeah, no, this is not an easy video to make. But again, this is what's taking place in society. This is the breakdown of society. When men start not respecting women, and women are not respecting themselves either. When men have used, sex and abuse to hold down women and oppress, shame, use, and abuse. Thank God women are starting to come out and now stand up. Okay, that's the first step. But again, don't sell your soul. Don't sell your soul for your job, whatever. Don't sell yourself, because you will always know you have sold out. Okay, don't sell out. Okay, stand up. Okay, so they call you a liar, but stand up and speak what happened. What is the truth of it? Stand up. Keep your integrity. Okay. So again, guys like Bill O'Reilly, I'm sorry. I don't feel sorry for you. You can cry to God now and hate God. God didn't make you pull out your penis. God didn't make you use and abuse these women. You did that on your own. Okay? So you have nobody to blame but yourself. If you want to get angry for your lack of moral character. Okay? And this goes for all the men and women that want to have a lack of moral character. Turn it around. Get some morals. Grow a backbone. Stand up for what's right, for what you know is right, and don't participate in what you know is wrong. If the people in Congress and the House would stand up again for what's right, they know he's selling out the U.S. They know Trump is selling out the U.S., is taking away one by one the things that this country has been built on, that sustains it, that makes us a country of freedom. But no, they care more about their career and, oh my God, maybe I won't get voted on. The next thing, if I stand up and actually say, thank God for Corker and the other ones that have stood up. Of course, they're leaving. I don't think I could be in politics with the nonsense that's going on. But you have to be willing to stand and not leave. You have to be willing to, again, face it and go through the consequences. Now, when I put this path together, people that have been here a long time know that I was faced with a lot of hatred, was dragged through the mud many times. Did I run? Did I bail? I didn't. You need to stay. You need to stand your ground. You need to hold on to your integrity. And no matter how they want to slam you and try to smear you and make up absolute egregious lies, you still stand your ground for what is truth. Okay. So I'm going to leave this here. We've gone off on a multitude of subjects today. So I hope that answers your question. And next time, maybe think about not being so rude and crude to a woman. Okay? Because if If you think it's brilliant, you think it's smart, it's not appreciated. Not in the least. It just shows that you're somebody that doesn't value integrity in your life. Okay? That's all. Namaste. Have a great day, everyone. Talk to you later.